BRB Blazer.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So yeah, what are you guys feeling? Tom Brady leaves New England. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I did not think he was going to leave New England. I can't imagine after what I think is like 20 years. You know, all the Super Bowls, all the accolades he's accomplished, and in New England, that they wouldn't just pay him his money to keep him there so he can retire a Patriot. I don't know if it was a money thing. I mean, obviously, you know, if you go in Florida, there's no taxes, so he's going to get – it's a 2-year, $50 million deal, so he's going to get all of that guaranteed. Wow. I don't know if it was just a money deal. I mean, but then you think sometimes, like, all right, is it money? Because he's married to the supermodel girl, the Victoria's Secret supermodel girl, so the money is not an issue, obviously, for them. So I'm not sure why he left, but, I mean, I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts on this whole situation here?
I think that it was. I think he left because of the whole principle of like he took cuts year after year after year, and it's just like he finally is like in his old age is like, can you guys just finally fucking pay me the money you owe me? I gave you guys.
Yeah.
So that's what why I think it's a principle.
I think I agree with Mike said. It's like he's been taking pay cuts for years after year, and it's like his last, probably more than likely his last like payday, and he's like, "Can you guys pay me?" And they're like, "We'll see, maybe." He's like, "All right, fuck you guys."
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Because before things get ugly, because I feel like if he would have like kept, it might have got ugly between them.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you get in a fight with like a good friend, and you're like, "Hey, I want to remain friends, but
right,
we're not going to see each other anymore."
It's like remember Brett Favre went to Minnesota. That was weird.
That was that's true. Yeah,
and then
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was just. I mean, he's been in New England too. It's like it's not the best place. I mean, I've never been there, but
whoa, bro, don't scare.
But no, but I'm saying, I mean, you don't get all the seasons. It's cold. Like I'm sure he wanted to go somewhere nice.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, I don't know how nice Tampa Bay is.
They still get summer.
It's pretty nice over there in Tampa Bay. The weather is nice.
I've never been there, but I'm sure.
I've got no state tax either, like I said. He's getting all that money guaranteed.
And I mean, and the team is built to win. I mean, he was just throwing it to like Jacoby Myers and N'Keal Harry and Edelman. Like he's got some studs now. I mean, and he's got Arians. I mean, he's in a good spot. He's not worried about the money. He's trying to win. I think he's trying to show he can win somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm actually low key rooting for Brady this year because I feel like it's fucked up on the Patriots end, like how they didn't like. So like I'm rooting for the Patriots to suck dick like always, but they might. But I'm actually rooting for Brady to have like a good season. So it's almost like, you know what, like. Yeah, as much as I hate the Patriots, I give Tom Brady all the credit in the world. Like he's won what he's done. He's done what he's done. There's no denying that. So I'm kind of like, all right, go Brady. Fuck the Patriots.
Well, I think it'll be interesting to see if it was Brady or if it was Belichick or if it was a combination of the two.
Watch them win 10 games.
If they both suck, you know?
Yeah. And then Miami wins the division, you know?
That would be crazy. I mean, the Bills almost won it last
season. I mean, Bills got it on lock, I feel, for at least a year.
You think so?
You shut your mouth when you're talking.
I mean, between these two, I would have said like 5 years, but I figured one was like, you know, was straight. But
well, with that being said, so Tom Brady leaves New England, goes to Tampa. I mean, he's got some weapons, like you said. He's got Mike Evans. He's got Chris Godwin, who kind of emerged last year. I mean, even though O.J. Howard didn't have the year that we all expected, he could be the biggest bust from last year. He's still a talented player. You know, we'll see what they do in the draft, or you know, see if they go out and get a running back. But what do you guys value Tom Brady? Do you think he finished it? Is he a QB1? Like, are you putting him in the top 10 potentially in your quarterbacks this next year? I mean, what do you guys view him at?
I'll start it from this perspective, is I think it's a bump up from where he was in New England. Top 10, top 12. I got to look at the quarterbacks to think that. But as far as you look at what Tampa Bay's done the last 3 years, even before Arians came in his system, I mean, you had back-to-back years where Winston was on pace for 5,000 yards. Fitzpatrick was there throwing for basically every quarterback that played in that system was on pace for 5,000 yards because the defense wasn't that good. And then you come in last year, and Winston, I think, led the league in yardage as well last year too.
Yeah, over 5,000.
Yep.
Over 5,000 yards. And it's been a few years since Tom Brady's been consistently around 4,000 to 4,500. In 2017, he was 4,500, 32 touchdowns. I think he might be able to. I think there's a good chance he sneaks back around that 4,500-yard range, maybe even 5 potentially with the weapons of Godwin and Evans, and you know you're hearing rumors of Brown and Gordon maybe going there or whoever. And then you do have O.J. Howard, who's a weaponist too, and he, you know, he's going to implement some of his style into that offense. Whether I know Arians hates the tight end, but you know Brady did have years with Gronk and. You know, O.J. Howard, maybe he's not Gronk, but he has some similar athleticism. So Brady might use him as well as too, maybe in the red zone specifically.
Yeah.
So I think Brady's I think it's a bump up from where he was in New England last year because he wasn't consistent. He was kind of like QB 15, 18.
Yeah,
so I think you might get some more consistency out of him. And I think he does have a little bit 30 touchdown, 4,500 yard upside in this offense.
No. I mean, I'll take the risk. I mean, especially if I get like a Evans or a Godwin, he's worth like taking late, get some sneaky double points. But oh man, I'll take him outside the 12, but barely. I'll put him like 15.
Yeah.
Just because I got to see it. I mean, he's never been. I mean, Brady's the man, but I wouldn't take him as a top 12. Not yet. Could he finish there for sure? But at the moment, no, I don't. But he's got the talent too, for sure. But I want to see what he's got left and see how much, because he's going to drop back, 500-600 times. I don't think they're going to be a run-heavy team. They're going to let him air it out. So the numbers should be there. But
well, that's where it's like it gets interesting because it's in New England. They've always been one of the most run-heavy, especially in the red zone. They've been one of the most run-heavy red zone teams in the last decade. So now if you're with Arians, who's, I mean, from what just the small year, it's like he didn't really run in the red zone a lot. It was a lot more throwing, and then Jamin would either throw to the right team or the wrong team.
Yeah.
It just depended. So, I mean, he could be up for a 30-plus yard touchdown with maybe not, I hate to say the word ease, but it could be somewhat ease. You know, he could push high 30s potentially.
especially if he passes that much.
Yeah. So I do like some upside with Brady, like for sure. It's like not he has more upside than he did in New England.
100%.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I feel like maybe I'm just a Brady hater, and I'll admit it, I am a Brady hater because I'm a Dolphins fan.
Maybe I'm just
Maybe
a
I
hater.
am. I am.
I mean, look, like I said, Brady's been in the league for 20 years. I mean, I'm 33, so Brady's been running my life for 66% of my life. So yeah, I fucking don't like the guy, but I don't know. I mean, he's on the wrong end of 40, if that's even the right term. I mean, I feel like anyone who's 40 years old playing football is on the wrong end of their football life. So we'll see what happens here, but I mean, it is a good situation. He's got some talented players there. I mean, you would think Winston threw for 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. That's pretty good. I mean, granted, he threw for 30 picks. You would like to think like maybe he can clean that up. But it's like you're willing to pay a 42-year-old quarterback $25 million a year for 2 years instead of having a guy who just threw for 5,030 touchdowns.
And he has better eyes now.
And I think he's 20, and he might
so
be like 25. He's like 25.
We'll just see what happens there. I mean, he could be a steal for you. I mean, I'm assuming just off the top of my head, Brady will probably go in like the 7th, 8th round, maybe somewhere.
Yeah, you're gonna have
7th, 8th round.
You're gonna have people who are buying. You got to think
the name value.
You got to think actual people versus like
Yeah.
not everyone's sitting at home listening to the average bros. Okay, most people aren't. But when they do, then they'll know this.
Well, they need to get it cracked.
He said most people
Man.
aren't.
Is that true, man? I don't know.
But no, I mean, like most people aren't doing research. I tried to like tie us into it.
Right,
for fun.
sure.
Right.
But most people aren't doing like at-home research. Is what I'm getting at. They're not sitting there. They just come and once August hits, they're like, oh, look at like they just think, oh, Tom Brady to the Bucks. Dude, he's got Godwin, Evans. They're just gonna like get
Air it
all
out.
excited about it. And there's gonna be people who are I'm taking Tom Brady. People were taking Tom Brady last year when a lot of us were saying not to take him. In like the what? Like I saw him going like the third round sometimes. Like
yeah, it's still going pretty out. It's the name. It's
yeah,
the
so
name
you're gonna
value.
have him go in these home drafts like 5th, 6th round. That's way out of my price range. But he might be someone I consider like pairing with another quarterback.
That's what I was gonna
outside
say.
Quarterback. Maybe I go like I don't know. I'm just throwing a random combo. Maybe go like Brady and Murray. I just go like upside versus
just
maybe
about to
someone
say
like I'm just throwing a random combo. He might be someone I like to do where it's like that. Where it's like I like his consistency potentially with some upside too because we don't know what he'll do in this offense. And then, you got another guy like Murray who could have a breakout season next year as well too.
BRB Blazer.